Yeah, good morning, everyone. So, US has indicated that they are imposing 25% tariff on India, and also they will be putting up some penalty because India do a lot of trade with Russia. Uh, we had seen in the past that US has announced 25% duty on Japan, and then the agreement got finalized. Then they came up with Korea also, and now yesterday the agreement with Korea has also come at 15%. And EU also they announced 25% duty, and in few days the agreement got finalized and come up with 15% duty. So this may be an indication of the similar thing, which may happen for India as well, as they had announced 25% duty, and quite possible in few days we may have an agreement. Uh, Only thing is the timeline is very short. It is getting implemented from tomorrow, so there is no no gap in between. Apart from that, yesterday U.S. market went down, mainly on account of concern that the Fed has not shown any willingness to cut the interest rate. And on expected line, yesterday the interest rate has not been cut. But the September meeting expectation of interest rate has also come down from 68% to 46% post the Fed statement. So that has put some pressure on the US market. But post market, two large companies, Microsoft and Meta, has come up with the numbers, and the numbers were ahead of expectations. And both the stocks in the aftermarket are up around 10%. So these are large stock and will have an impact on the indices as well. So the futures of the US markets are positive. Asian markets are indicating a mixed trend. Uh, we are seeing the dollar now appreciating. It's now over 99 and exactly at 99.75, almost 100 basis point higher than the same time yesterday. So, which is more of a negative for emerging market. Generally, increasing dollar put some pressure on the emerging market as the supply to the emerging market reduces. So that will have an impact, negative impact on all the emerging market. So overall, we are seeing negative trend in today's trade. So, but need to be careful. One should not be hesitant uh, and dump the stock. On the contrary, if some good quality stock, if someone get at an attractive price, one can look to buy those stocks. Uh, and I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. See, after tariff news, today we expect gap down open and again Nifty trading near the support zone that comes around 24,700 and downside 24,450. That's a major support zone for index. Last two trading session, we saw that again Nifty pull back that support zone, but today again Nifty entered the support zone below 24,700. If Nifty first when are trading below the 24 700 and below range, then next immediate support for 24,570 and then 24,400 next majorly supports for index. Bank Nifty also trading near the support zone, and that is first immediate support after gap down 55,940 and below that 55,700 is a major support zone for Bank Nifty. So today both index open a gap down. We closely watch today's because today's monthly expiry also in Nifty. So if Nifty at least sustain 24,570 and 600 range in closing basis, then we see some sideways momentum view trading session. And again, Nifty facing resistance around 24,920, 800 in upside. So both index today expect gap down open. Stock specific. Tata Consumer looks positive at current level. Negative side, Cipla given a good rally, few trading sessions in profit booking, we'll see an upper range in Cipla. Yesterday also saw some pressure in upper range, so we see some profit booking in a higher level. Tata Com looks positive at that level. We already given call in Tata Com to target of 18, 20, 25 and upside. That's it for technical derivative I can.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So on the derivatives front, as we have seen that the gift Nifty is likely to open 200 points on a negative front. As we have seen that from last 2 days of trading session, Nifty managed to show some pullback from the lower end, but again in today's session after the gap down opening, we might witness some support on the downside towards the 24,500 level. At that point or that level, we are seeing that the put writer positions are holding strongly. So currently after opening also we might see some carry forward selling in today's day of trading session as gift nifty as nifty futures likely to open around 24,650 level, so more around 100 150 points on selling will be witnessed on the opening front. As per the India Wix also we are seeing that India Wix yesterday closed at 11.21 levels. So once if India Wix goes about 13 level, at that point of time we might witness some the trend clearance in the market. Till that point of time we might witness some selling pressure on the downside levels. On the upside 24,800 to 25,000 mark is resistance zone for the Nifty as per current scenario after the today's gap down opening. Once Nifty managed to get about 25,000 level, at that point of time, we will witness a fresh long opportunity in the market. Till that point of time, we should wait for any new long positions. But even today's session, if Nifty manages to hold 24,500 level on the closing basis, then we will see some pullback in the market. So currently in the first half, we should wait for the new long positions need to get initiated. And once if Nifty comes between the range of 24,500 and 600 zone at that point of time, new long positions can be created with the support of 24,500 level. Once if Nifty manages to give closing below 24,500 level, then the possible OI shifting will take place between 24,200 to 24,000 mark. While on the stock specific and sector specific front, counter that looks positive in today's session will be Irida K and Mankind Pharma looks positive. While on the negative front, PNB, Concor and in copper looks negative. So that's it from Reddit front. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Yesterday we attended a couple of con calls, one of which is Paradip Phosphates. If we reiterate on the result has improved for the quarter where revenue has grew by 60% around. This was largely due to NPK volumes, which grew by 48%, outpaced the overall volume growth. The total volume growth stood at 34%. EBITDA margin was at around 13.9% versus 6.2% in the same quarter last year. This was largely due to the optimized product mix, its backward integration, and the NPK volumes. The NPK prices increased to 1,850 to 1,900 per bag from 1,470. So during the quarter, EBITDA per metric ton was at around 6,600, where the management is guiding for the sustainable EBITDA of around 5,000 per metric ton. Also, it will continue to focus on the NPK production to increase, and it has guided for 3.1 million tons of sales volume for FY26, where for the quarter it was at around 7.4 lakh tons. Post merger with MCFL, additional capacity of 7 lakh tons will be added. This acquisition will support it to expand its scale and the market reach. At 20 price to earnings of trailing 12 months CPS, we are positive on the stock. Navin Fluorine posted the result yesterday. Result was above expectations. Revenue grew by around 39% on a YY basis, and EBITDA margin was ahead of expectations at around 28.5% versus 19.2% in the same quarter last year. Overall performance was led by robust performance across its three divisions, that is HPP segment, specialty chemicals, and CDMO. Various projects are expected to commission, that is CGMP4 phase 1, which is expected to commercialize in Q3 FY26. Also, R32 project, which was commercialized in March 25, is running at optimal capacity. The AHF project is expected to commission by Q2 FY26, and it is focusing on high value electronic grade products. In specialty, the Dahej fluoro specialty plant is expected to witness 50% utilization in FY26, and full ramp up is expected by FY27. This month, Navin has raised 750 crore via QIP at the price of 4,680 per share. The same will be used for the capital investment, and thus management has revised its capex guidance from 500 to 700 crore to 700 to 1,000 crore, which will be majorly focused on specialty chemicals, CDMO, and new verticals like advanced materials and electronic chemicals. The stock is currently trading at around 60 times to FY27 earnings, and we remain positive on the stock. Megmoney Organics Limited posted the result. Result has improved for the quarter. We had recommended this stock in the last month. In case of revenue, it has grew by 48% on a YY basis. This was mainly led by the agrochemical segment with a growth of 68% on a YY basis, where pigment segment is showing gradual improvement in its price during the quarter. This was in line with expectations as management indicated the actual impact of anti-dumping duty on TiO2 would come from Q3 onwards. On absolute basis, EBITDA was slightly up sequentially at rupees 67 crore, where EBITDA margin reported at 10.9% versus 11.8% in the last quarter. The stock is currently trading at a PE of 13 times to FY27 earnings, and we remain positive on the stock. We will provide further update post the con call today. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Sagility India Limited reported improved set of numbers, wherein the dollar revenues grew 15.4% on a year-on-year basis organically. Adjusted EBITDA margins grew marginally 20 bips Y on Y to 24% amidst the heightened cost pressure environment, and company aims to maintain these margins for FY26. Company has reiterated in the con call that the cuts in Fed healthcare spending would see increase in outsourcing by payers as well as by providers to manage their costs. So that would throw more opportunities for the company, and it has also guided for organic growth of low to mid teens for FY26. It would be 20% revenue growth when we include the acquisitions it has made. So stock is available at a PE of 26 times 2-year forward earnings, and one can accumulate the stock for long-term investment. Secondly, KPIT tech numbers were in line. Company expects the second half of this fiscal to be stronger than the H1. However, Q2 would continue to remain subdued for the company. Europe, India, and China geographies are expected to grow better. In China, company has collaborated with 5 to 6 OEMs and expects to reach the larger OEMs as well there. In India, yesterday, company has announced its association with JSW Motors, who will be launching their first energy vehicle in H2. So, stock which is available at 37 times FY27 expected earnings. Outlook for KPIT Tech is long term positive. That's it from me. Thank you.
Good morning. IIFL posted its results. Result is declining. Its NII declined by 2.8% year on year. Its profits declined by 19% year on year. AUM grew by 21% YOY basis and 7% sequentially. Asset quality is stable. The stock is trading at 1.7 times trailing price to book value, and outlook for it is neutral for the stock. Thank you.
Good morning. Hyundai Motor India result is above expectations. Revenue and EBITDA declined on year and quarter-on-quarter basis, but EBITDA margin came at 13.3% versus expectations of 12%. PAT is above the expectations. Stock is currently trading at P of 31.4 times TTM EPS. We attended con call of Hyundai Motor, so management expects retail demand to improve in the second half of FY26, supported by the festive season, strong rural sentiments, interest rate reductions, and implementation of the 8 pay commission. As per company, domestic market still soft in near term, but export growth is expected to continue. Vehicle production at the Talegaon facility is expected to begin in Q3 FY26, and company plans to launch 26 new models, new products by FY30. So overall outlook for Hyundai Motor is long-term positive. Mahindra and Mahindra posted the result broadly in line with expectations. Revenue grew by 26% year-on-year, EBITDA grew by 17% year-on-year, and EBITDA margin came at 14% versus expectations of 14.5%. And company's PAT is also above the expectations. Stock is currently trading at P of 22.7 times FY27 EPS. Thank you.
Good morning. Tata Steel posted its results. The result is above expectations. Offtake came at 7.12 million tons versus the expectations of 7 million tons. It has declined 14.5% quarter on quarter and 4% year on year. The quarterly production and deliveries were affected by maintenance shutdowns in Jamshedpur Ispat Nigam Limited. Production and deliveries are expected to normalize in the coming quarters. EBITDA per ton came at 10,503, which has grown 29% quarter on quarter and 14% year on year. Revenue from operations declined 5% quarter on quarter and 2.4% year on year. EBITDA margin came at 13.9% versus the expectations of 13.4%. PAT came above expectations. The stock is trading at 7.7 times FY27 expected EV by EBITDA. Birla Corp posted its results below expectations. Revenue from operations declined 12.8% quarter on quarter and grew 12% year on year. EBITDA has declined 35% quarter on quarter but grew 34.3% year on year. The EBITDA margin came at 14.1% versus the expectations of 16.8%. The stock is trading at 9.6 times FY27 expected EV by EBITDA. We will provide outlook for both the stocks after the con call today. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all from us. I'll request commodity team to take up from here.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Gold and silver prices have opened a bit gap down. Today, the momentum will be on the negative side. So, selling on rise is recommended. One can initiate a sell around 99,100 in gold and maintain a stop loss of 99,400. On downside, we are expecting 98,600 to 400 levels. So, selling on rise in gold and silver too, one can initiate sell around 1,12,000, 12,300 and maintain a stop loss of 1,13,200. On downside, it is expected to test 1,10,000 and in metals, copper prices already opened gap down, so avoid for the day. Any pullback till 885 one can sell, but for the day should avoid. And zinc one can initiate a sell around 260, 650 with a stop loss of 268, and on downside we are expecting 263 to 62 levels, wherein crude oil prices can cool off a bit. Prices have rallied since last 3 days. So can test 6100, 6070 on downside, whereby one can initiate a buy again and maintain a stop loss of 6,000. And again on upside, 6,200 is the area where one can take profits. And in natural gas, we are expecting prices to correct. So any pullback around 270, one can sell with a stop loss of 280. And on downside, expected to test 255. So that's it from us. Thank you very much.